And many of us will do it. Maybe some will not. And there is no doubt about it, some will not. Because what it is haram, it's haram. Yusuf has the woman in front of him, chasing him, the most beautiful, powerful, and running after him. But he said no. So there are some who will say no, no matter what is it. But many will never say no. This is same if you are left alone with a stranger woman. You left alone with money and you are desperately in need, or you left alone with woman and you are full of energy, youth and young, and she is seductive and you are alone and nobody, just like Yusuf with this woman, nobody will bother, nobody will ask, nobody. She has the means to cover up and protect and guard and make it straight even for her husband. Many of us will just follow their temptations and desires and do the haram things. Some, with no doubt about it, will not. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not let us take a chance. We don't know who is going to do it, who is not going to do it. We don't know. So we better make it all forbidden. Though we know some will never do it. No, they will. Yusuf said, he killed me or put me in jail, but I will never do it. There are some who will do the same thing. It is haram, haram, I will never do it, no matter what the consequences. But some will not. For that reason, Allah said, we close the door, all of it. It doesn't mean all of us bad. It doesn't mean all of us weak. It doesn't mean all of us, our iman is not that strong. No. Some will be this way, some will this way. But to save the society and to protect the rest of the society, we close the door and say, haram, this is haram. Though we know some will never touch it. And so they said, iman fails in some places, but two is imminent. Iman will fail with money and with women. Iman will fail. Iman, you know what is Iman? Even the taqwa, the fear of Allah, will be there to stop you from doing anything haram, except in two temptations. There are more than two. That is the consciousness, this power of restraining yourself is going to fail in regard to many and men and women, basically. If you are in seclusion and you are young and there are temptations, iman will fail and you will do the haram. If you are in need and the money is there in seclusion, the iman will fail and the haram will occur. And so for that reason, Islam does not rely on the power of iman, or the piety of the person, or the taqwa of the person, or the integrity of the person. It does not rely on this. Rely on rules. Don't let it happen. Some will be weak, some will be strong, but we are not going to rely on the strength of iman of some, because some, their iman will fail. And that is what Uthman ibn Affan said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَزْرُ بِالسُّلْطَانِ مَا لَا يَزْرُ بِالْقُرْآنِ. Allah put deterrent in power and might and rules and regulations more than in iman and the fear of Allah. The deterrent of the fear of Allah is weak in many cases. But if there is authority, the deterrent is stronger. And from cases, we depend on the deterrent of authority rather than depending on the deterrent of iman and the fear of Allah. And now we come to the real problem. Today, Muslims, they have iman. They have iman and they want the conditions of ummah to become good, all of them. But they will do the wrong things. Because the deterrent of iman is not enough. You need a deterrent of authority. Look to conditions in the Muslim world. All Muslims, they just basically condemn their leaders and hate them, and they don't believe any of their leaders have iman or faith. They don't. But when they tell them tomorrow is the first day of Ramadan, they all rush in obedience, submission, surrender to their order and listen. Because the deterrent of authority greater than the deterrent of iman. Here we don't have, oh, well, no, I'm not going to fast tomorrow. Oh, no, my calculation and my group and my site and my, no, Ramadan is not tomorrow. Or Eid is not tomorrow, I'm going to have my own. Because the iman is not working here. In this case, only authority works, not iman. And many of us, we think, okay, if you make the iman so strong, things will be just so, no. No, you need strong iman and strong enforcement. This is how human beings behave. This society here, they did the other way around. A strong enforcement, laws for everything, and police intervene in everything. But the iman is not there. You know it is out of control. They can do nothing. Everything has a law. Court, system, jail, detective, law enforcement, police, everything has enforcement. But the iman is not there, it's not working. And for the Muslim, the other way around. Iman is there with no doubt about it, especially on the major issues, all agreed. But we are not going to do the right things because we don't have the enforcement. And so this is all comes from this verse. وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا. We are not talking about zina. Talking about the environment that might induce zina. This environment in Islam to be eliminated, though we know people are of faith, people are of iman, people believe it is haram. People doesn't want to do it. People hate hellfire. People love Jannah. People listen to the Quran, but they will do it. And so Allah said, just don't come close. And accordingly, anything that is going to lead to becoming closer to zina, it is as haram as zina. Wallahu a'lam. Jazakum Allah khair. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Take lesson for yourself, basically. Anything is going to lead you to sin, you better just not deal with it. Wallahu a'lam. Assalamu alaikum. Ya Allah. All right? Brother Emma, is that all right?